Yo. Hi guys, so today I am filming my top 10 favourite One Direction fanfics on Wattpad. That's a bit of a mouthful. So I filmed a video on Wattpad about a year ago, I think it was now, just on my like 5 favourite books on Wattpad, and I decided I wanted to film another one but on my favourite One Direction fanfics. There were some fanfics in that video, which are actually some of them in this as well, but that doesn't really matter. Yeah, most of these books I haven't read for quite a while. Most of the books I read on Wattpad now are like typical teen fics. I don't really read many fanfics as much anymore. These were like most of the things I read when I first joined Wattpad, which was like 6 years ago or something. But I still love them like a lot. Like I've reread some of these books and they're just always in my heart. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so number 1, by the way, these aren't in like order of my favourites, they're just all in a list, like they're just all generally my favourites. I'm not rating them in like an order, they're just there, okay? So number 1 is After. So After is one of my favourite books. A lot of people love this, a lot of people don't love this. I personally do. I read it so long ago now, like it was like 2013 or something, and it's just, I love it. And Anna is so nice. She's the author, Imaginator 1D on Wattpad. The first book has 450 million reads, not views. I keep saying views. It has 6 million votes, which is also a lot. The books are also published, which I have them as well. I haven't read them versions yet because I haven't read like any of the physical books I have because I'm just very addicted to Wattpad and don't have time to read normal books. After is also being made into a film, which I am very, very excited for because this, like, a lot of books obviously are made into films, but most of them I haven't read before it goes into a film. Like Fault in Our Stars, for example, I read that but it was already a film, and like I finished reading the book the day before I went and saw the film, so it's not like I read it and then it was announced it's going to be a film, so it's not the same. But this, I read this way before it was announced to be a film, and it's just like, oh my god, because like I read this like with my friends as well, like they all read it too, and it's just like memories, and just I'm so excited. I love this book so much. Despite what other people may think about this book, it is amazing. I love it a lot. It's basically about a girl called Tessa who is a bit of a prude, and she goes to college / uni / whatever they call it in America, and she meets Harry, obviously, and a lot of shite happens, and just their relationship is, some people say it's toxic, maybe it is, but Harry loves her, she loves him. Just, does that class as a spoiler? I don't know, but no one cares. Maybe we do, but okay, let's go into book number 2, shall we? Okay, so book number 2 is Decode by All Time Nutella, which I love that name. I actually did talk about this book in the previous Wattpad video because I love this book, so I'm putting it in again. It has 10 million reads and 295k votes. This book is, it's amazing. The character, whose name is Lennon, I think that's how you say it, I love her a lot. I remember writing in my diary thing like a page about just how much I love her after I reread it, because she's just so smart and cool, and just I wish it was real. I wish a lot of book characters were real, to be honest. Just the book is like about gangs sort of thing, and it's like, but it's not like a lot of typical gang teen fic books are, and it's just words can't describe it. I love it a lot. And the sequel, Escape Route, as well, that one's amazing too. Like, just honestly, it's amazing. Okay, so book number 3, again I mentioned in the previous video, but again, this book is a really good book. This book is called The Boy in the Attic by Stilinski. Got 2 million reads. It should have so many more than that, honestly. Like, that is a lot, but deserves so many more. And it has 106k votes. This book, I need to reread this. I don't think I've read it since the first time I read it, which is surprising because I actually do remember quite a bit that happens in it, and I have a rubbish memory, so that's kind of surprising. But this book just hits you in the feels. Like, it's a paranormal book, bit of a thriller sort of thing, and it's just, I love it a lot. I'm really bad at describing things, by the way. Most of these books I'm probably gonna just be like, oh, I love it a lot. I can't describe it because I don't know how to describe, because I'm illiterate. I described it a bit last time, but basically a girl moves into a new house and she finds something in her attic, evidently a boy, and it's just about how her relationship and friendship and whatnot and stuff develops with the boy. But obviously there's a lot more than that because it's a paranormal book, so it's like, but it's honestly an amazing book. Okay, book number 4 is Dark and Dangerous Love by Molly Knight. This book has 106 million reads, 2 million votes. This book is crazy. I don't think I ever actually finished reading this because when I was reading it, it wasn't completed. And I'm bad at reading books that aren't completed, so I must have got to like the end where it was and never finished the end bit. I'm pretty sure this book is being published in France, Spain and somewhere else, but I don't think it is in England, which is obviously still amazing but sad because that means I can't buy it because I can't read those languages. This book is about vampires and it's set like way in the future in 2438, so it's like, it's quite a long way away. Pretty sure no one that's alive right now will be alive then. So yeah, I think it was, if I remember correctly, like the world had been sort of taken over, not taken over by vampires, but I think it was like the king is like a vampire, and I think it's only Harry and Zane that are in it. They're the main two, and it's kind of a bit of a love triangle-y thingy-ish, and it's just a bit of a like, she's the girl, Evelyn, is that how you say her name? I don't know. But she's sort of been like captured, I think. I need to reread this because also again with this, I haven't read it since I last read it the first time, and this book is amazing and I need to read it again because it's brilliant. Okay, next book is Motel 6 by Kuna Matata. It has 59 million reads and 1 million votes. This book is a Niall fanfiction specifically, and well, the other boys are in it too because they are in one direction in this one. It's not an alternate universe like all the previous ones I've just said are. But this isn't one of the cringy ones like a lot of them are. This one is adorable. It's about a girl called, I don't remember her name. It's about a girl. I don't think she's exactly a girl because she's older than that. She's maybe in her 20s or something. And she has a child who's like 3 or something. I think her name was Amy. And they meet Niall. And they're on the run from something. And then they like meet Niall in a motel, I think it was. And like, it's just really good and so cute and adorable, and oh, I can't. Like, I just love it. Okay, this next book is called Psychotic, which is a Harry fanfiction by Wei Hey Harry. Got 70 million reads and 1 million votes. This book is another one that gives me so much nostalgia and memories because it was a book that I read and my friends read as well at the time. So we were all like talking about it together and reading it when it was being updated and stuff like that. And this book is honestly amazing. It says it in the name, it's psychotic. There is this girl who works in she either works in a prison or a mental asylum. Not sure which one it is. I'm pretty sure her name was Rose, and she meets Harry there. And Harry is in there for a reason, maybe. This is really hard to describe these books without giving stuff away, because I don't know what you know at the beginning and what you find out in the book, because obviously I've read it, but I read these a long time ago, so I don't know. But stuff happens, and oh my god, it's crazy, but so good. And if you're into like thriller, horror-y, crazy type books, read this, because it's amazing. Okay, next book again is a Harry Styles one. It's called Baby Doll by Wonderwall123. 70 million reads and 1 million votes. This book I reread a while ago, I think. It's about these people that are called baby dolls, and there's this girl, and she lives in a really bad house with her mum and her little brother, and she gets, I think, like brought or something by this really rich guy, and she has to go live with them to be the baby doll, which the person she's supposed to be the baby doll for is Harry. But other stuff happens. Without giving it away, stuff happens, and it's really good and adorable and amazing and heartbreaking. I'm pretty sure I probably cried like 10 million times, but I cry at like every book, so that's no surprise. But yeah, this book is it's amazing. Okay, this next book is called Backfire. This is a Niall Horan book by Belle Watson. 23 million reads and 301k votes. This book is a series of at least 5 books. There is a book for each of the One Direction members. So when I say Backfire, I include the whole series, but Backfire is the first one. So I haven't reread these since, but they're all like, so the first one happens and it's about Niall. I'm pretty sure they're in One Direction in it. Yeah, they are, I think. And so the first one is about Niall, and he meets a girl who recently experienced a breakup, so she doesn't want to go with anyone. So then she meets Niall, and it's like, oh, but like she doesn't want it at the same time, just, you know. But yeah, and then so the next book is like, say, Harry or something. I can't remember who's next, but yeah. And Niall is like either overlapping at the same time, but like, so you can read these books individually, but if you read them alone, there may be some little tiny bits that you might not understand, like the girl from the first book may be in it and you won't know who she is in the second one if they mention her, sort of things like that. But they can be read individually, which is a really good and interesting way of doing a series. Obviously there's other books like this too, but I think it's really cool and creative, and I love how there's one for each of the boys. And I feel like I'm really talking fast.
You are.
I read these a long time ago. This was one of the first few books I read on Wattpad, I think, and I can't remember like everything that happens in it because it was so long ago I read it, but I remember vague things, like I'm pretty sure they meet over an eating contest or something like that, because everyone knows Niall loves food, especially the typical 2013 One Direction fandom stuff. It was like, Niall is obsessed with food. So, but yeah, it's okay. This next book is called P.S. I Hate You. This is a Harry fanfic by British Bums, and it has 114 million reads and 1 million votes. This book, again, me and my friend both read this and we loved it. The girl, who I'm pretty sure his name was Blue, and Harry, like, didn't like each other, but they were like bed buddies. I don't want to say the word, but you know the word, buddies. And pretty sure that's what it was. So they obviously used each other just to do that, and they were like complete opposites and they didn't really get along, but they had, the description says they had one thing in common, so stuff happens. I don't know if he's in One Direction or not in this. It says in the tags One Direction, but I don't know if it's because of fanfic and Harry's in One Direction, so it doesn't mean anything. But this one I read a long time ago, but I know I loved it a lot. Like, I need to reread this again as well. There's a lot of books I need to reread, to be honest. Okay, the next one is called The Accidental Skype Call by Louis U. Hottie. It has 16 million reads and 374k votes. This one is a very typical 2013 sort of cheesy or carroty, as people would say, fanfic. But it was really good at the same time, if you're into that sort of stuff. Which at the time, like in 2013, I definitely was. Basically, the general gist is a girl is on Skype and she goes to like Skype her friend, but she accidentally Skypes One Direction, or Louis, I think it was, she Skyped. And it's like, imagine her surprise. I don't know if she liked One Direction or she didn't like One Direction. I know that's a typical thing to happen, like girl doesn't like One Direction but meets them and falls in love with one. I'm pretty sure this is the book where she has carrots and Nutella, which made me want to try it. Not the best thing. Although when I tried it in like 2013 after reading this book, I did really like it. Me and my brother tried it again on Pancake Day, and I have to say it wasn't the best because non-cooked carrots are just hard and not the best, to be honest. And Nutella is just great on its own. Oh, she was a directioner. It says she's a directioner. So I just read the description. She is a directioner, but nobody knows, so she's a secret directioner. And then she gets a Skype call from like Louis, or she accidentally Skypes him, or whichever way it happens. So it's like, but it's a really good book. Again, it's very cheesy, so if you do read that, be prepared, but it's amazing. So yeah, that is all 10 of some of my top favourite fanfics of One Direction by on Wattpad. In a way, it was really easy to choose these books because there's so many fanfictions that I love, but that also is what made it hard to choose because there are so many. So I was like, what ones do I choose? Only 10? How? But like, so if you found any of the books interesting and you want to read them, go read them. The links will be in the description, but I do recommend reading all of them, but it depends because you might not want to read them all, but they're all good books. Let me know if you've read any of them, and feel free to give me suggestions of any other books or fanfics on Wattpad, because Wattpad is my life. I'm up for reading anything, to be honest. Yeah, so thank you for I nearly said thank you for reading. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not already, because maybe I'll do more of these. So if you want more, let me know as well. Don't forget to share this video so everyone else that you know can watch it too. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.